Hi guys, this is Erica Foster and I'm going to share with you my math bar activity. I like to use an online version of the bars to show up on the screen because I think it's just easier. More schools have the technology to show what's being broadcast on a computer versus those nice things where you can lay anything on them and then it projects it up on the screen. I haven't seen a lot of schools that have those. So the kids would have their real blocks in front of them and I would be using the screen. Hopefully, the blocks would be the right color. If you look around on Google, there's a ton of different ones to use the fraction bars. And if you can find some that match your color fraction bars, that would be the easiest for them. So here's the lesson we were given, and this is how I would give it. Okay, guys, today we're going to put on our fraction map, we're going to put up a 1/2. What's the denominator in 1/2? Hopefully the kids would say 2. Very good. All right, how many thirds, 1/3, make up a half? And I would let them guess. They could, give me an idea. As a kid, I think I would probably think 2 maybe, just looking at them because it's smaller. And then some might say it won't work. So let's find out if it works. So put your first one up there. Oh, okay, there's that one. Now what do you guys think? Raise your hand if you think it's going to fit. Raise your hand if you think it is not going to fit. And then I would ask them, raise your hand give me a thumbs up if you think it's going to be too short. And give me a thumbs down if you think it's going to be too long. So that would just give you an idea of where everybody is. So then let's go ahead and try it, and it won't work. You were right, you guys. It didn't fit. It's too long, isn't it? You can't fit 2/3 into the space of 1/2. Well, what's the denominator in a third? A 3. And can you divide 3 by 2 and it's equal? No. Very good. Okay, so let's get rid of the thirds and try a different one. Let's try out a fourth, 1/4. So which one do I want? All right, let's put these guys up here. Okay, there's one. Is another one going to fit? Hopefully, most of them will say yes. Some of them might say no because of the last thing. So then we'll put our next one up there. And look, it did fit. Very good. So how many fourths fit into a half? Hopefully, they would say 2/4. Then that way you can say, right, 2/4 equals 1/2 and write it up on the board for them. Now, can anybody find a denominator that has a 6th in it? And they would say yes, hopefully. It's the orange one. Do you think the orange ones, the 1/6, are going to fit into this? And they would say yes. And then you would ask how many? Hopefully they would say 3. Maybe they'd say 4. Because just looking at it as a kid, I might think 4. So let's try it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3/6 fit into 1/2. Very good. Now, is there a fraction that has an 8 in it that will work? Let's try that. Let's get rid of these guys. And let's try our 8th one. Which one's an 8th? Is this 1/8? No. How about this? Well, how do I know it's an 8th? And hopefully they would say the denominator's 8. Okay. So how many of these are going to fit? Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3. Are we going to make it? Is that just enough space? Or do you think it's too much? Thumbs up if you think it's going to fit. Thumbs down if you think it's not going to fit. All right, let's try it. Very good. Now, because the kids are using the manipulatives, you're going to have to watch and see how quickly they can do it. Some of them will probably have it already on the desk, like, yes, of course, I already know this. And some of them are going to be like, ooh, let's make a tower with these, because that's fun too. So you have to go slow or watch what they're doing. And if they're getting it, great. If they're not getting it, you're going to have to slow down and talk a little bit more. So then at the end of the questioning or the movement, you would ask them, so why did the 1/3, why did this guy not fit? Let's put him over here and do it again and look at him again. Let's get rid of these guys. Okay, so why didn't this work? Now, at the beginning, I already told them that the reason it didn't work was because you can't divide 2 into 3 evenly. So hopefully they were listening and they heard that. Maybe they won't. So then I think to really affirm this, I would say, okay, well, is there a number that divides by 1/3? So we'll take the 1/3. Is there a number that 3 can go into evenly? And maybe they would know it was 6 or it was 12 and say, okay, so let's try the 12 and see if that works. So 12 divided by 3 is, and hopefully they would say 4. And let's try it. Let's see if it fits out equally. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, do you guys see how the denominator has to fit? The top denominator has to be able to fit into the bottom denominator, or you're going to have it hang over. So let's try this one. How many times does 3 go into 5? And hopefully they would know that it only goes in 1 with some left over, but they might say 2. So let's see if it works. So we have 1/3, and you know you can fit 1 3 into the 5, but can you fit 2 3s into a 5? Let's check it out. Do you think it's going to fit? Thumbs up if you think it's going to fit. Thumbs down if you don't. And hopefully they would say, no, it's not going to fit. So you can try it. The thing I love about this is that you can put up, and we could let them play this on tablets too, or they can do it with their manipulatives. You can put up something like this that's a third, and they can play around and figure out, oh, well, okay, so a third, 1/6 fits into a third, but then how many of these guys will go in there too? And they can kind of start seeing that, oh, 2 of these is 1 of these. Look, they match. Okay, cool. So I like that. That's what I would probably have them do. Now, for further practice, I found a really cool game. It is on Soft Schools. There are tons of them on there, but I like this one. It's the pizza game. The first version, which is level 1, is very simple. All the pieces have to go on one of the plates, so there's no confusion. So you know that there's 8 pieces. You have to put 3 on this plate and 5 on this plate. And 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, I did it. Okay. So then when you get tired of level 1, because they all fit. See, there's 3, the denominator's 3, there's 3 pieces of pizza. So this is really simple. So then I'm doing really well. Let's try again. Level 2. Now level 2 is trickier. You go here. The denominator's the same on this one. So we'll start it out. There's 1 piece here and 2 pieces here. Come on. This also teaches kids drag and drop skills. Very helpful. Next one. Oh, now I have a different fraction on each thing. So there we go. I really like this game. There's a lot of other fraction games on the Soft Schools for practice. So that'd be how we would finish up our lesson with a little fun. Thank you, everybody.